earth. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this, but for you, it's just normal. Some people wait a lifetime to live by the water. That's just normal for you. Some people wait a lifetime to go to college. It was just expected for you. Everyone around you went to college. Some people wait a lifetime to become an American citizen. Through no fault of your own, through no conscious action of your own, that's just been your whole existence. So yeah, I think this is about like gratitude, but I think it's also about law of attraction, kind of like living in the end state. When your manifestation appears, you're quick to habituate to it. What you once used to strive for is now normal. Some people wait a lifetime to be a homeowner. You already got it. Some people wait a lifetime to travel the world. You do that all the time. Some people wait a lifetime to have a child. Not me, but some people. I want to be representative, okay, of the entire collective. Some people wait a lifetime to have a child. And so there are times in our life where, the matrix, the old way is really to always be in scarcity and lack, and to look at all the ways we don't have the things that we want. And so we're taught to kind of like complain about everything. It's adult to just, Mondays. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment of peace and quiet. And for you, your entire life is that. You have so many moments of peace and quiet where, there's no kids screaming at you or tugging on you. There's no spouse who's nagging you, and there's, no like dinners boiling over and stuff. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. And that's just how you live every day, every moment. And I bet you are trying to escape this moment that other people wait a lifetime for. This moment of peace. Some people wait a lifetime to just not have people like screaming at them, to just be able to sit on their porch or, sit in the bathtub or take a nap. Some people kind of can't even imagine having a moment of peace. But for you, it's all the time. And you're probably out here being like, oh, should I be doing something else? Maybe I should be doing this or doing this. No, some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this one. And you're trying to rush through? Relax, baby. Enjoy it, okay? Yeah, this message came to me back in January, okay? I was lying in bed and I woke up earlier than I usually like to, and I couldn't fall back asleep. And then I like look over and I'm like laying next to my amazing, perfect husband who's sleeping so soundly in our comfortable bed and in our, comfortable, sturdy, beautiful house. And the song that came to me is A Moment Like This by Kelly Clarkson. A moment like this. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Some people search forever for that one special kiss. Oh, I can't believe it's happening to me. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Ooh. So you better believe it, babe. It is happening to you. In fact, it happens to you all the time. It happens to you so often that you kind of take it for granted. You forget, actually, that some people wait a moment, wait a lifetime for a moment of the day that you live every day. Remember, think about like when, what do you call it? When movies first came on the scene, people were like, what? A talking picture? Even before that, when it was just like a moving picture, they were like, witchcraft, what? Bro, some people waited a lifetime to see a moving picture. They saved up all their pocket money and their dad gave them things, and they remember that one day that they finally saw a movie. They waited a lifetime for a moment like that. And for you, like you can't, like, you have to do intentional cleanses from moving pictures. It's so ubiquitous, it's so normal for you that I bet you're like me. Movies aren't even that stimulating for you anymore. Now you're like doing something else while watching a movie. That's how normal watching a movie is for you now. Where some people waited a lifetime for a moment like this. Even now, when I think about, like, okay, people in Palestine, people in Congo, other, you know, places where they are, you know, victims of imperialism and exploitation. Man, they wait a lifetime to, I don't know, go to school, to sleep soundly. They wait a lifetime to just have like clean water and able to drink it without stress. And me, I've got a bunch of La Croix. I've got a bunch of different flavored sparkling waters chilling, waiting for me to consume them at my whim. Some people wait a lifetime for this. You might be the only one in your entire lineage and in your entire family who has had so many moments where you feel completely free to say whatever you want, to do whatever you want. Some people wait a lifetime to travel the world. And now, just because some people wait a lifetime to do something doesn't mean you have to wait a lifetime. There's no rule that says you have to wait a lifetime to travel the world. In fact, lots of people just do it all the time. I think you're one of those people. Some people wait a lifetime to, you know, get a law degree. They make it their whole thing. They tell everyone about how, oh, they really wanted to do this, but then this happened and this happened. And then they had to, you know, scrape together all this stuff and study at night and do all these things. And, you know, for me, this law school was my throwaway thing. It was the thing I did because I didn't know what else to do. And I didn't want to have too much free time, you know, didn't want to have idle hands back then. And so I have to give myself more credit sometimes, realize the things that are kind of second nature, easy, throwaway things to me, for other people, literally, they made their whole life around trying to get this goal. And I think a lot of us were taught this idea of striving, of waiting a lifetime to do a thing. And we don't spend as much time assuming that we already have it, practicing what we would do when we have the thing. We're kind of taught it's so far off. It's so maybe such a big dream, so unattainable. Life is going to get in the way so much that we don't ever like contemplate what happens when you do have it. When you do have it, you're going to be quick to habituate to it. And you're not going to just like lay down and like not do anything. You're going to have more desires. New levels, new devils, they say. But now, you know, like we dance with the devil, we hang out. The devil is cool. The devil knows how to party, all right? And so, yeah, sometimes we're so focused on striving for something, we create our whole identity around striving things that like maybe we lose sight of what we're trying to do in the first place. We strive so hard to, you know, like feel safe that we go out and work jobs we don't like and relate to people we don't like, do things that don't make us feel good, when the goal was to feel safe, right? But I bet a lot of us don't feel safe. Even though you're American, come on, you're an American citizen, babe, English speaking, able-bodied, college educated, American citizen with two parents who also have those qualifications. American citizen, college educated, English speaking, able-bodied. Bro, you won the lottery. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Oof. Man, I even think about the idea that like a lot of people have chronic pain. And so constantly they are just dealing with this pain throughout their body. And I'm so lucky that like I have such like kind of miraculous health. It's very easy for me to move my body around. It feels very good in my vessel. It's easy to exist in my vessel. And I'm like, wow, some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this, the one that I experience all the time. I'm always content. I always have energy, if I'm honest. Some people have to be like, oh, how many spoons do I have? Like, I have full set of spoons, constant ability to renew the spoons too. So like some people wait a lifetime to have this much energy. Some people wait a lifetime to do what they want. Some people wait a lifetime to stop giving an F, right? They're like, oh, I got to my 40s, I got to my 50s, I got to my 60s, and I finally stopped caring what other people think. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to wait that long. Some people wait a lifetime to stand up for what they believe in, but you can also just do it right now. Some people wait a lifetime to say what they want to say. Some people wait until they're old and gray and decrepit, and then they finally say, F you to that person. But there's no reason you have to do that. In fact, I'm telling you, like, some people wait a whole lifetime to do a thing that you can just do now. You might have already done it. You might not be giving yourself credit for something that other people wait their whole lifetime to do. Ooh. And so when you realize you are living a life of once in a lifetime moments, it's just regular for you. Got to make sure you cherish it, babe. That's another thing. Yeah, law of attraction. Like the classic example is being, you want to be in Barbados. If you want to manifest being in Barbados, you accept, you recognize that you're already there. You're in Barbados, right? And I was thinking about it like, if you are trying to manifest being in Barbados and it happens, but you have some stomach bug, and so you're just bent over in so much pain and you're sweating and it's the worst, you're in Barbados, right? And so now you're just able to get more clear on what you actually want. It's not just that you want to be in Barbados. It's that you want to be relaxing. You want to be feeling good. You want to be eating good. You want to be, enjoying the breeze on your skin. You want to be, seeing the people. You want to be enjoying yourself. So you got to do it now. This moment is the only one you have, actually. You got to live in Barbados now. Some people wait a lifetime to live in Barbados. Some people wait a lifetime to have a moment of peace and quiet. Some people wait a lifetime to share their thoughts, period. Some people wait a lifetime to express themselves in a diary. Some people wait a lifetime to express themselves on camera. And so sometimes you can get like hard on yourself, like you're not doing enough, like you still need to do more. Hey, some people wait a lifetime to express a poem and write it down in their journal and then throw it away. And look at you. You've written a whole song. Some people wait a lifetime to take a painting class, to do a sip and paint. But you are constantly creating art. Not only do you create art, which most people don't do, some people wait a lifetime to give themselves permission to just make art. You do it all the time and you share it with us. Some people wait a lifetime to share their work publicly, but not you. Some people wait a lifetime to take a breath, to relax. I, take a bunch of baths. I take a bath almost every day. And I take a bath for 2 to 3 hours. Take a long bath, babe, a leisurely bath. I get high. I have my La Croix. I have my YouTube videos and whatever I want to watch, and I just relax. And I recognize that some people are like, oh, they can't even imagine it. They're like, maybe one day if you're on this dream vacation or, something, some very special, random, once in a lifetime thing, they will allow themselves to do that. I do that stuff every day. In fact, I do it so much. It's so normal to me. Sorry, this is going to be TMI. No, it's going to be just the right amount of information. I take so many baths. This leisurely, relaxing thing is so normal to me now that I gave myself BV. I gave myself bacterial vaginosis. I guess when you steep your pussy in hot tea for 10 to 14 hours every week, it's going to increase the bacteria down there. Okay. So if anything, I'm like, wow, all right. Something that some people wait a lifetime to be able to take a relaxing bath. I do it so much, I kind of make myself a little sick. Some people wait a lifetime to treat themselves, to do what they want. And so I think we've been taught that, like, you can have on your wedding day, when you get married, that's the day when it's all about you. You can do whatever you want, and everyone has to let you do whatever you want. But I think, you can just do that every day, actually. In fact, it makes more sense. Why would you limit your one special day to one day? I'm going to live my life like it's my wedding day. So I'm just as like, whatever I want to wear, I wear, and I feel like a goddess and so powerful. I eat whatever I want. I hang out with who I want. I dance. I take pictures. I don't have to wait for one special day. I don't have to wait for a moment. This is how I just live my life all the time. My friend was like making fun of me the other day, jokingly. She was like, just, guessing what my day is like. She's like, I bet you're just like sitting in front of your mirror, like pulling tarot cards. And then Billy comes in and asks if you want anything. And you're like, no, baby, I just love you so much. And it's like she's a fly on the wall. That is literally exactly what my day is like. And I recognize that some people might have whatever, more money, more, I don't know, cars, more whatever. People do not have more love than I do. I know that across races, genders, socioeconomic classes, people are looking for a love like the one I get to experience every day. Oh, I'm like, some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this, for this greatest love of all. Not just the love between me and Billy, but the self-love I have for myself. Oof, baby. People spend a lot of money trying to feel as comfortable with themselves as I do in any given moment. Some people wait a lifetime to let themselves do what they want. So many people are like, no, I got to do what my parents want or what my boss wants or what my kids want. But I think people wait a lifetime to do what they want. But you know that you don't have to. You know that this is the only moment, actually. So what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to waste your time talking about how imperfect this moment is? You're going to waste your time being like, oh, no, it's another moment. I'm searching for another moment. That'll be the moment. It's this one, baby. Woo. Man, when I think about Asma in Gaza and all of my Palestinian family, man, any given moment, I just stand outside and the birds are chirping. And that's really the only sound you hear. Occasionally children are playing, like occasionally my neighbors will come over and say hi. And I think about in Palestine, they constantly have the sound of this Israeli drone that is waiting to shoot them. So they're trying to steal their homes. Anyway, there are rare moments. There is maybe a perfunctory, the Israelis stop firing. And finally the drones stop for a day. It's crazy. The Palestinians are just like, I can hear the birds. I can hear the ocean. I don't hear this constant that means, someone is surveilling you or trying to shoot you. And bro. And so I get to appreciate the things I have. I don't have to worry that when a plane is going overhead, it might drop a bomb on me. I don't have to worry that when I leave my house for a nice walk, that some militarized thug is going to steal it. They're going to move in and point a gun at me if I try to get back into my house. Palestinians, they wait a lifetime for a moment where they don't have to worry about their home being stolen. And I just take it for granted. Not me, but I could. So I make sure to be so grateful, to cherish these moments. Man, when I am in the bathroom, sorry, TMI, but you got to hear it, okay? When I'm in the bathroom, taking a poop, taking a good long poop, bro, it's so nice. It's so private. I can spend as long as I want to in there. It's clean. The poop goes somewhere that I don't have to worry about. Whereas like the Palestinians, the Israelis bombed all of their infrastructure. So they have to do makeshift toilets and things. Women on their periods, they got to go it's just probably everything is so much messier. Everything is so much more stressful. Everything is so crowded, polluted. And I know they'll wait a lifetime. They'll wait as long as they need to have a moment of peace and quiet where they just hear the birds chirping, to have a moment where they're just sitting on the dang toilet and no one can say anything. No one would say anything. There's no one there to say anything because you're private. You got this luxurious private place where you can just relieve yourself. Woo! Thinking about also like people who are experiencing houselessness, right? Like we take for granted kind of like those moments when you're able to just like scream if you want, cry, break down, look crazy, talk to yourself. People who are experiencing houselessness, they're not allowed to just break down and be crazy and yell and do what they want without people being like, what are you doing? I'm going to call the police. So you don't see how much of a privilege it is to just get to have a private space, to be human, to express, to be. Whew. Some people wait a lifetime for that. Some people wait a lifetime for a safe home. And you have it. Some people wait a lifetime, I don't know, to have the free time to watch videos like this. And you've got it. Anyway, I gave the message. I went on and on. I didn't even know that was all going to come out. I'm getting more and more comfortable just, letting what wants to come through and knowing that it's perfect and knowing that like so many people are wishing they could just turn on the camera and say whatever comes to them and know that like they can say it again. They have lots of opportunities. This isn't their one moment. No, it's easy. This happens all the time. This is regular for me. All right, my darlings. I love you so much. I'm going to get out of here. That was brilliant. Like, comment, subscribe. And I will talk to you tomorrow. All right? Love you. See ya. Bye.